Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to talk to you guys about whether or not entrepreneurs and startups should start selling their products in retail stores. One of the things that I learned about my own book a few years ago is that selling in retail stores, you have very little control of where the product gets placed. In other words, they call it product placement. So you might think that they're going to start, selling it in front of the store where everyone walks through the store and gets traffic, but actually most of the time they'll put it in the back of the store unless it's a seasonal product and they're only going to have it there for a couple of months. And that's when they kind of want to maximize the traffic and make sure it sells a lot, and then stop buying your product. So the thing about selling in retail stores is that, again, you have very little control over where it gets placed, and also sometimes you have very little control over how much it gets sells for. One of the things to keep in mind is that, sure, you can set a ceiling. In other words, set a price that the retailer can't sell more than. So let's say if you have a product and it sells for $14.99, that's the MSRP, right? That's the price you told them, and they're gonna buy it from you at a discount, or rather they're gonna buy it through a distributor. So if you have a product, you have to go through a distributor, and that's when the retailer picks up. This is how major retailers work. So if you want to get into Costco, Walmart, Target, any other major retailer, you have to go through distributors. So let's say you sell your product and they buy it through the distributor for 40%, you get to keep the 60%. So let's say if if the price on a product is $14.99, if they wanted to, they can sell it for $9.99, or since they're buying it from you, they have responsibility, or they have charge, or they have control over how much they can sell it to the consumers for. After all, they're selling to their customers, so they can sell over $7.99, $6.99. When in other retailers where your product is also available, they might be selling for $8.99. So they might go on a price war for your own product. So I mean, that's not necessarily a bad or good thing. That's just a matter of whether they, how if they want to move your product or not. But yeah, the biggest thing to worry about is the product placement, because if they put it in a place or on a shelf where not a lot of people can see, obviously your sales are going to struggle. So this is actually very different than selling online. When you're selling it online, you drive traffic to your website, and then you can put it on the front page of your website if you wanted to, and then people who are coming to your website can see it. So it's very different from product placement on a website. One of the things to keep in mind when it comes to retail sales is that you have to also meet the demand. So let's say if your product starts selling really well, if you can't meet the demand, if they're reordering, or if you're putting continuous orders of 100, 200, or whatever the quantity is, and if you can't keep up, then they might pull out, they might stop selling your product for good. So that's also something to keep in mind. Last but not least, something I wanted to clarify was that a lot of entrepreneurs or startups who sell their products in retail stores think that the retailers are going to do the marketing for that, and unfortunately that's not the case. They actually expect you, the entrepreneur or the startup, to do the marketing. So it is your responsibility to drive product to their store and sell your product. I mean, this is different if you're a huge company like Apple or GE or Johnson Johnson. If you're a well-known company that's been around forever and everyone knows your product, is a little bit different, because that's when the retailer will actually do marketing for people to buy product, and to get them to come to the store. So that's a little bit different. But when you're just starting out, when you're an entrepreneur or a startup, you have to do your own marketing. So this might include TV ads, online ads, using social media to drive traffic to these stores. So there are a lot of variables at play, a lot of things to consider before you start selling it. The thing about selling through retail is that sometimes it can make or break your business, because it gets so bad that sometimes your cost will exceed your profit. So it's something that you definitely should consider. Talk to the retailer, ask them where they're going to place your product in the store, and ask them how much they're willing to buy for, at what percentage of the retail price, because they buy at a wholesale discount. So make sure you guys keep this in mind. Talk to them, figure out everything or try to figure out most of the stuff before you go in there, because once you go in there, it's kind of tough to rewind and take back everything, because a lot of people, or as Kevin O'Leary in Shark Tank says, retail is a black hole for startups. And at some point or to some extent, I do agree, because once you get caught up in it, it's kind of hard to go back. But it can also help you out, so definitely think about it, and I hope this video helps you guys out. Alright guys, if you want to see more videos like this, I do post at least 2 or 3 videos a day. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up or a like. That would greatly help out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.